Nice view.
Yes, quite breathtaking. Follow cable ducts.
Let me guess. They powered Tiravello's weapons, protecting the main base.
Exactly. Barbarian EMP needs both power and data to work. Severing these bundles deprives FOW. Discover origin point and destroy.
Piece of cake. Let's see where these lead, shall we?
Saint my grandmatre.
How's Mario doing?
Oh, he's fine.
Rico, kill me,
He is
please.
just a big baby.
But a cute one.
Oh, Rico. Very interesting.
What's Zeno doing here?
Oh, adequate IQ. Said he worked for Bavarian weaponizing before defecting. Diagnostics fascinating. Bavarium infused directly into armor plating. Renders immune to traditional ballistics, explosions, fire.
Okay, so... Invincible tanks. What's the good news?
Still don't know how to disable the shielding.
How is that good news?
Well, we do know many parts of this tank are manufactured at the nearby refinery.
Okay, Lima, let's check it out.
Oh, too dangerous. Tio can hack those systems.
Oh, no, no, no. Tio is gonna fix this tank and then we are selling it.
Having both citizens and kill will be worthwhile.
Oh, you're thinking of developing a new weapon.
That settles it. The three of us in a smash and grab job.
Okay. We'll create a distraction, you take out the reinforcements, and then together we'll hit the refinery.
Sounds like a plan.
No, don't touch that.
Have fun, you lunatic.
Annika, Sheldon, and Luch. What is this?
Rodriguez. See that over there? Apparently it's some sort of scientific facility, right, Texas?
That's the Stingray, an offshore research station, one of the 3 major facilities in what used to be the Eden Corporation network.
For a dead company, they sure get around.
They were doing research on weather and electricity. Rumor has it they were trying to control lightning. But around 20 years ago, something went haywire. They ended up creating a massive electrical storm instead. Swallowed them whole. And now, poof, it turns back up after the last big storm. The one thing they did get right was something called the Eden Spark, a crazy science weapon that could shoot lightning. And you know who else took an interest? The Black Hand.
So you're telling me the Black Hand now has a doomsday weapon next door to Medici? I'll be right back.
Hey, tough guy. No way you can just lone wolf this one. Also, they seem to be sitting on some serious shit. Portable Bavarium shields. And I want those. Luch here has kindly offered to build you a badass boat to take on the Black Hand.
Well, I say you do need something fast, maneuverable, with some firepower.
So here's my offer, Rodriguez. We break in, take down all the bad guys, you get your lightning toy, Luch and I split all the Bavarium loot. Deal?
Just to be clear, you build me a badass boat, I save Medici, and for my trouble, I get a lightning gun. Deal me in.
Okay, Rodriguez. Some of my crew are delivering your ride right about now.
All right. Where to?
Texas, you got those coordinates?
Here you go, buckaroo.
Okay, so where are we heading?
First things first, Rodriguez. Stand a chance, you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Luch talking. Bigger is not so important. Faster, tougher, more firepower? Nah.
Sounds interesting, Luch. What do you need?
You need me. Your friendly neighborhood one-stop shop for quality intel and other military sundries. Now, I've heard tell about a super-fast jet boat being built by our buddies, the Black Hand. The agency's been eyeing it for a while. It's in transit on a cargo plane. You'll be waving at them soon, all right?
So Rico, do your thing. Hijack the plane, steal the boat, bring it to Luch.
Luch talking. Attack boat without weapons is just boat. I need armaments, missiles, machine gun. Sheldon, you said you will get. How? I got this covered, my former commie friend. Uncle Sheldon has connections.
Then get to it, Uncle Sheldon. Rico, you get the plane. Luch, just sit tight. So Rico, Luch, you two already met?
Yeah, Luch and I worked together. Briefly.
Luch talking. Nah, very briefly.
Target in sight. Hey, is this the best plan we could come up with?
Actually, yes. This is our only shot. You lose that plane, no superboat.
Sheldon, what intel do you have on that plane? I expect a welcome.
No, don't worry about it, amigo. It's a run-of-the-mill transport flight. Just hop in and they'll be scared shitless.
Here's my connecting flight. So much for your run-of-the-mill transport, Sheldon.
What? How the hell?
Rodriguez, hurry up and jettison the cargo.
A flying boat. Not something you see every day. I have the boat. You're going to love it.
Luch talking. That is good. But still, I have no weapons. Where are weapons? I'm on it, Luciano. Haven't you Ruskies ever heard of a little something called patience? You can't just snap your fingers and get high-tech secret weapons. So, until I do figure out how to procure them for you, sit tight. I'll holler when I'm done with the grocery shop and Sheldon out.
Monica. What's next?
Access codes. The Black Hand locked down Stingray when they took over. My crew has tracked down one of the Black Hand security officers.
You guys have been busy.
The target is currently on the mainland, traveling in a convoy. I sent a few of my guys there for support. Get the access codes, and make sure no one escapes.
Special delivery for a Mr. Luch?
My crew is already in place. We're just waiting for you.
Talking. Yes. This boat will do just fine.
Hey, Luch. Why are you doing this?
Luch talking. Dima always talked highly of you, Rodriguez. She said you would make a difference. That's why she asked me to help you at Vigilator.
You two have history.
Luch talking. We worked at same facility, became friends. Then I helped her escape the Ravel.
That was good work, Luch.
Well, I am officially the world's most unsung hero. Selflessly working behind the scenes solely for the benefit of frontman Rico Rodriguez. I've acquired some weapons for your boat, and I have dropped them off with your friend Luch. What little gang you got there?
Sheldon, if you're trying to convince me that you're reliable and faithful, I don't think we have enough time on this mission. Or any mission.
Alright, game on. Convoy's en route to your location. Plant some explosives on that bridge and blow it on my mark. When they're trapped, we attack. go. Wait for it. Now.
Boom.
You heard the man. Move it!
Okay, that's all of them. Now, where are the Stingray credentials?
The hell would I know? Look for a briefcase or something.
Briefcase? Check.
Good. Look, gotta go. I've got to steal a Black Hand boat for Phase 2. Sheldon will brief you on the rest.
Sheldon here. Get to this Black Hand dry dock. You'll find something you definitely want to steal from them. So, this dry dock is where they fit so-called electrical field generators to their boats. Look, you guys want to sneak into Stingray, your real problem is the late Eden Corporation's atmospheric modulator. After the whole accident/storm debacle, there was some sort of electrical phenomenon, a differential discharge or something. Look, the point is, the big zapper went completely bonkers.
So when you get too close, you get zapped, huh? What about the Black Hand?
I'm glad you asked, hombre. Attach one of those generator devices to your boat, you sail in and out of Stingray without getting barbecued.
Ah, so those generators cancel the electrical differential and prevent the atmospheric modulator from discharging onto their boats. I see. I'm at the dry dock, and I've got company.
Yep. Don't want to tip off the Black Hand about our plans.
Understood. back. It's pretty big.
One of my crew is on his way with the chopper. He'll figure out the rest.
Good talking. Perhaps use tether device to hold generator with helicopter? He's robust enough.
Electrical field generator coming up.
Not bad, Rodriguez.
And what have you been up to?
Nothing really, just commandeered a Black Hand boat.
Another boat.
The rocket boat is too obvious. It's meant to attack and wreak havoc. It's the Rico boat. But you need a different one to sneak in, so Trojan horse boat. All part of the plan, Rodriguez.
Good talking. Rocket boat almost finished. Need more time.
Hey, one last thing. I brought you one of those voice modulators the Black Hand used.
Ah, this should be fun. Target neutralized.
Missed. Again.
Your gun missed.
Let me see here. Okay, try again. Good. Well done.
So how does it look, Luch?
You got your high-speed jet engine, improved controls for better agility, and of course, missiles. All she needs now is cool name. It's a boat, and it has rockets. How about rocket boat?
What about, wait for it, the Luchador?
Nah.
So,
Let's head over to the Stingray, see what those black ants are.
Great plan. If you want to die.
What did she say?
She said, drive safe.
Hey, you know me.
Sheldon, you want to chime in here?
Well, this is what we know. There are 5 satellite stations surrounding the Stingray base, heavily guarded by the Black Hand. Not sure how that works exactly, but they act as safety systems for that big atmospheric modulator on top of the base. Unless we get the data from them, any unprotected objects...
So what's the plan?
Take the rocket boat and knock out those stations. Then the real work begins.
You mean with the luchador? Not a problem.
Hey, Luch, what's in that box?
Nah.